Right, we're back at the mighty Lindholme Lakes, and it's Tuesday open. 24 of us again, 12 on here loco and 12 on Benny's, and we're here, and then it all starts this weekend. Look at that. Tyler, he's the main man. Drawn the best peg on lake today, peg 6, ain't you, mate? You fancy it?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, wind's right, isn't it, for you?
Yeah.
Next to Alex, we smash him up,
Well,
get a pound off him.
try my best.
Good luck, mate. Yeah, so, and it all starts like this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3-day festival, and then it all starts. Aero Cup, Thursday, Ultimate Bomb, then pairs, then individual. We're here now. I think I buy a caravan. I think I'm moving here 3 and 4 days a week. We're coming. That's great, isn't it? So there you go. So today I've drawn loco 44. I didn't want to be here. I'm not happy with that. It's not fishing right well, this lake, anyway. Not seeing a fish top. He wants to be down there. I think, and maybe with wind, maybe if I could have put my peg, tattle on the peg, I'd have put it on that today. 19 there. That's peg I fancy. Wind blowing in. I'd have fancied that one. But anyway, I got it, so worry about other things. So, how am I going to fish it? Right. Well, Alex is there, look, the dock. The dock's there on peg 3, which won the match last week, but wind blowing in that corner. And like I said, Tyler's on 6 there. So, he'll win it, he'll down there, they can chuck down there. And that's where it can't live for obvious reasons. And if they feed there, they're not going to beat it because they'll get 10 fish for £100. JK won it off that last week. Now, this is a peg I don't like. You normally want 42 that way, other way. Some reason there's like a wall, it's weird, strange. In winter, it's like there's no fish living this half at lake. But anyway, so what I'm going to do, wind's very strong off my back, so I'm going to fish it a bit different today. I'm going to set off fishing probably 35-40 yard with a hybrid feeder, and then I'm going to fire pellets up in air, 6 and 8, as far as they'll go, which might be 30 yard, and then I'm going to feed down here. So I'm going to feed 2 bomb lines, one right long. I'm going to fire them up in air and see how far they'll go. And obviously late on, last hour down here. Not quite sure, because I'm set back a bit, so you can see I'm set back from bank. I might not be able to get down to that little tree there. So I'm going to fire pellets and just keep later on it last hour, see if I get a few pulls there. So I've got quite a lot of options, but you'll need options on this. You want the wind opposite direction for these pegs, but it's fishing that bad that you never know. You only want 4 or 5 pulls. You'll have £50 the size of carp in here now. It's unbelievable. So I've got 3 rods set up. I've got 11-foot carp, which I'm fishing for carp with my hybrid feeder, as you can see. And then I've got 2 bomb rods, 11-foot light carp, 4,000 reels, 28 line. 1 bomb for fishing 40, 30, wherever my pellets land, and it might be 30 metres. And then my 10-foot light carp for fishing like 13, and then downside there. So I'm fishing 4 lines, and just work out and hopefully get a couple of pulls on each line. But it's like I said on here, you don't need a lot of pulls, you don't need a lot to catch a big weight on here, you really don't. So bait wise, micros for hybrid, you can see, and I've got 4, 6 and 8s already there. Alex had brought me some wine gums, look, so in fact our Emma will be coming soon, so we're getting wine gums every day. And basically that's about it. Went a long way, you can see cars there, look, I've still got my electric trolley out because I'm old and it's a lot easier. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. But I can't make my mind up whether I'm looking forward to it or not. But I'll tell you something, but it's windy over there with wind blowing at you, but this wind might help me today. I'm just going to fire pellets as high as they'll go. And I bet they'll go 30 yard today, maybe a bit more. And I think if I'm going to catch out, that's when I'm going to catch, and that's going to be my main line of attack. Anyway, I'll let you know how we get on. Right, that's the end. That was tough, really tough. I've had a few down there and over there. I've had under the board, I've got 2 carp, 6 F1s, and caught no really. Alex over the entire, they've not caught a lot. Oh, there's a fish just up there, look. I think Andy's got about the same. So we've got a pound on, so I think it's really close now, because I got a big F1 last chuck, so I think it's close. I reckon I've got £25. But to be honest, I've learned a couple of things for festival. I've caught, with that duck is there, just past that duck, about 5 yards past that duck, I just could get my loose feed pellets. And there's 5 or 6 skimmers on feeder. And then we'd have been loose feeding, I come on it and I got a couple of F1s. And nothing, and then at 1 o'clock I've just chucked in, it's gone round, I've had a carp, 3 F1s in 4 chucks, and couldn't get a bite. And then I've had 2 in the last half hour, one on my short line just here. I've not had a bite down there. Not fish were out, but I've just loose fed pellets, and I think I could have, I don't know, I've probably left a couple behind if I'm honest, but £25, and it's not a great area, especially wet winds like this. So anyway, not win out, but I learnt enough for festival to think it was worth coming. So I'll let you know. Right, just got back. £34 I had, £34 something. So Andy next peg, he weighed 45 or 46, something like that. Cracky had 2 carp for £30. They were massive, they were. Fair play to him. I'll have to give him a pound. I think it's about 4-1 now though. But anyway, so I weighed 35. It's fished a bit better today, strangely enough. There's been quite a few 30s and £40. I think there's a 70, a couple of 60s. But there's a few more fish about, there's no doubt about that, whereas last week it was really poor. But it's not a great area where I've been. It's weird, the difference between 42 and 44, it's like a wall in winter across to peg between 16 and 17. It's unbelievable difference, it really is. So anyway, Alex said £20, £25. And I don't know, I've gambled a bit today, putting some bait in on that pellet line just to try and make a noise, draw some pegging, some fish into my peg. And it did for a while. At 1 o'clock, I'd only got 2 fish, then I got 4 in 4 puts. And I thought I was going to continue to catch a few, but I didn't. So anyway, that's how it goes. So that's that over. But I've learned a couple of things today. I've learned a couple of things. In fact, behind me has been beaches, and I could hear them jumping out in that bay. Wind's been blowing into, so there's some fish there. So we'll see what happens. It's festival this week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 3-day festival, and it's quite a big match. There's a lot of money to be won because I think we've paid £200 a chucking. So I'll be doing that. I'll be letting you know what goes off in that, and I think. We've got 1 day on bonsai. We've got 1 day on, I think it's, I'm not sure, there's Loco is in with, I think Loco's in with Beaches behind me. And I think Benny's and Laurel's, I think, are in. So we'll see what happens. But I'm looking forward to it now after today. I think, I don't know, I've got a feeling there's a few more fish feeding later on. It hasn't been great, but it's winter. I think, and people forget that. It's winter fishing. It's tough, it's hard. 30, 40, £50 are good weights. And so it's winter fishing, and you just got to be patient and hope some fish come into your peg. But we'll see anyway. But no Chinese tonight, and so I'm going to have to get him some bread and dripping, I'm afraid. But anyway, that's how it goes. Let you know how we're going at festival, but I'm looking forward to it. And but no winter. I've learned a couple of things which hopefully I can take into this weekend. So we'll see. I'll let you know. Thanks very much for support. Thanks.